Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to play some Elden Ring and we're going to talk about parrying. So the first thing you need to know going into Elden Ring is that parrying is very different to how it is in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, all shields can parry as standard just by using L2, with the exception of great shields which have like a bash ability instead. But in Elden Ring, where every weapon has a different Ash of War, lots of shields have different Ashes of War as well, and only one of those is parry. So I have 3 different shields equipped here, and each of them have different Ashes of War, just to quickly show you. This first one has parry. The second one has no skill, which you will find can actually be quite useful because it means that you can use the skill on your right-hand weapon. So for this sword, it's Oath of Vengeance. And my third one, this jellyfish shield, is very unique. It has its own unique Ash of War, which a few shields do have. So if you're looking to become a parry god and take advantage of riposte and critical attacks from that, and just because it feels so damn good, you're going to want to make sure, first of all, that the shield you have has the parry. This character started as a vagabond, so we started with the heater shield, which does have parry. Also the heater shield, I mean, is just a really good shield in general. Big guard boost and 100% physical block damage. But if you are interested in learning how to parry and you didn't start with a vagabond, or you just haven't found a shield that has parry on it, you can get a buckler fairly early in the game quite easily. All you have to do is progress through Stormveil Castle until you've defeated Godric the Grafted. Provided that you didn't get pissed off by this NPC here, luring you into traps and then stealing your runes when you died. Hopefully you didn't kill him. After you kill Godric, he is available as a merchant. So he can do whatever he fancies. Gostock can sell you a buckler. Now, if you didn't start as a bandit, the bandit is the class that does start already with a buckler. I recommend picking one of these up because the buckler, being a small shield, has the buckler parry Ash of War, which is a much bigger timing window, a much more forgiving timing window for parries. So as you can see, this is not going to offer much in the way of defense, but it's got a big old animation for the parry, and you can sort of see, like, you can see visually, it's a visual difference for how, like, much longer the timing is to catch the parry out. So for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to be using the buckler. It's worth noting that if you're parrying, you may as well know how riposting works. So riposte gives you the opportunity for a critical attack on a weapon with super high critical damage. So here I have a weapon called Reduvia, which does have 110 critical. It'll do a lot more damage than, say, my Wakizashi, nailed it, will do because that only has 100. So pick something with the highest critical that you have the stats to use, and that will be your riposte weapon. The perfect enemy, in my opinion, to learn how to parry in this game is the Crucible Knight, and you can find one just here in this Everjail, just down from Stormhill Shack. So here we are, welcome, this is Stormhill Everjail, and in my opinion it's just a really good place to learn how to parry, because it's quite a difficult boss without parrying, but with parrying it's actually not too bad. So what you're going to want to do with the buckler parry window being quite large is you want to hit the enemy's, well in this case, sword, away at the time that your buckler is sort of like passing in front of you, so there. This is really hard to explain. You do have quite a generous window though, so I do find it's, with the buckler anyway, it's not too hard on the Crucible Knight. So he will pull his sword back, as I'm showing in footage for you now. He will pull his sword back, and then just as you see him start to launch into his attack, that's when you're going to want to hit the parry, and hopefully you're going to knock his sword aside. After you manage to parry successfully, you will know when you've done it right and you will know when you've done it wrong. You get the confirmation sound effect, and obviously your enemy will fall to the ground somewhat weakened. You have a matter of seconds, sometimes you're lucky if you get that, to capitalize on this and follow up with a riposte. For this, you just have to make sure that you're not blocking, so your shield is down, you're not holding L1, and you walk squarely up to the enemy and you press R1. Sometimes this can be a little bit fiddly if you are like not like dead center. As with any enemy, there are attacks that you cannot parry. I'm afraid you're just gonna have to use your initiative and think, does this look like I could parry? You can't parry a tail, you can't parry a face. But there are plenty of attacks that look super scary that are in fact parryable. It's going to be up to you in the heat of the moment to decide whether to press L2 or whether to press nope, goodbye. A lot of the time you can find that you'll lock into a really nice, really clean, like, parry, riposte, and hopefully the enemy just won't have time to react. This particular Crucible Knight obviously does have a phase 2 where he starts doing spells and stuff like that, but I do think he is a really good enemy to learn to parry on because it's pretty much trial by fire. It's not too difficult to get your runes back. If you do die, you can just get them before you go in to the Everjail, and it's super close to a Site of Grace, and it has a stake of Marika. Hopefully that was helpful, and if I can help in any way, just let us know in the comments below. You can like the video to let me know I've done a good job and it makes me feel good, and subscribe to see more Elden Ring videos just like this one, as well as other types of Souls games, because those are good too. Thanks for watching!